This man's winning a lot, and he's joining us right here on the Rich Eisen Show as the NASCAR Cup Series playoffs kicks off, if you will, or I guess takes to the Oval at Darlington on the Sunday Cookout Southern 500 at Darlington Raceway. Can be seen on NBCSN at 6 p.m. Eastern Time on Sunday, 5 p.m. for the coverage to begin. 7 wins, the second most in his career. He won 8 in 2018. He's won 3 of the last 7 races. He's Kevin Harvick here on the Rich Eisen Show. How are you, Kevin?
I'm doing great, guys. Thanks for having me.
I am fine. Thanks for being on here. I apologize, actually, though, Kevin, because I wouldn't have done that to a Major League Baseball player, which is talk about wins and stats, and I just did that with you. Are you superstitious like that? Did I just do the wrong thing by talking about the wins that you've amassed so far this year?
Not at all. Look, when I got into this sport, when I took over for Dale back in 2001, Richard Childress was the most superstitious guy that you've ever met in your whole life. It was $50 bills. It was green race cars. It was peanut shells. And in 2006, we won in a car that had peanuts all over it. And I'm like, there is no reason to be superstitious anymore. Just go do your job and be done with it.
What do you mean by peanuts and $50 bills, Kevin? Walk me through what do you mean by that?
Yeah, so Dale Earnhardt thought that $50 bills were bad luck, so he would not carry them in his wallet. And Richard Childress, the car owner for Dale, and who was my car owner as well when I started, he would not carry a $50 bill as well. So I he's the team owner, so I bought into the $50 bill.
Okay.
And apparently broken peanut shells were bad luck as well. So if they were on the shop floor, you were in big trouble. So it was those were the 2 things that I learned really quick that I just needed to get over, and usually fast cars make up for things going bad.
But I'm sure you can't look at a $50 bill the same way anymore. Pretty much.
I honestly don't see many $50 bills because I don't use cash very much anymore.
There you go.
But when I do see a $50 bill, I will not put it in my wallet to this day just in case.
So does that mean we might see Venmo on the hood of a car of yours very soon, like the Venmo logo?
Look, anytime I can flash my Apple Pay or something at the machine, I'm all in.
Kevin Harvick here on the Rich Eisen Show. To what do you owe the win success that you've had in recent days and years, Kevin?
Yeah, so I think when you look at 2020, it's just an odd year. Obviously we all understand the circumstances that we're in from the COVID standpoint, and I think for us it's really kind of played into our hands this year a little bit just because of the experience that we have as a group. My crew chief and engineers and organization, we've all been together going on 7 years now, and we know each other and have a whole lot of confidence in each other as to what each other is doing, whether it's me in the car or my crew chief, Rodney Childers, up on the pit box and making the calls, or the engineering staff putting the setups underneath the car. It's just a group of guys that have been together for a long time, and we've been fortunate to capitalize on fast race cars that they bring to the racetrack with no practice and no qualifying, and take them to victory lane 7 times this year. So it's been a great season, and it's been a great relationship over the last 7 years, and continues to evolve.
You've already won at Darlington this year, Kevin. What do you like about the track?
It's just, for us, it's one of our most historic racetracks. Darlington's been around for 60 some years, and I think as you look at Darlington, it's built around a pond, so it has a really weird corner on one end because they couldn't move the pond, so they had to make one end very narrow, and the other end's a lot more wide open as far as the radius of the corner. And it's the narrowest racetrack that we go to, so it's an oddball shape racetrack that we go to that has a very high tire wear, that goes with that. So from a driver's standpoint, it's very challenging because it's narrow and the car drives different every lap because of the fall off in lap time that you get with the tire wear.
Kevin Harvick here on the Rich Eisen Show. So you're the top seed in these playoffs. Does that change the way that you race? I mean, how does seeding, I guess, factor into how you're going to operate over the next races?
Yeah, so basically, what's happened through our first 26 races, you accumulate points that go towards the postseason. So if you won a race, you get 5 playoff points. If you win a stage in the race, you get 1 playoff point. And those accumulate through the regular season to give incentive to guys throughout the year to try to win races and do the things that it takes to accumulate points. Now I get to carry those points into the last 10 weeks of the playoffs, and hopefully we don't have to fall back on those points, but you never know because things tend to get a little bit crazy with the 3 races and then eliminate 4 cars and 3 more races and eliminate 4 cars. So hopefully we can use those bonus points, playoff points that we've accumulated through the year, to be on our side and make it to the championship race in Phoenix.
And what a year, man. I mean, again, not just the wins, the number of wins, but sometimes the manner in which you acquired them. At Michigan, you won both races on a Saturday and a Sunday. The last driver to win NASCAR Cup Series races on consecutive days was Richard Petty in 1971, Kevin. I mean, that is a ridiculous stat that you now are part of. Did you ever think that you'd ever have a stat like that associated with your...
we've done so many things this year that are so out of character from what we would try to do as a sport.
Right.
And, racing races back to back like, they did in the 70s and 60s and 50s and the things that we've been able to do this year. But anytime that you have any type of stat that is compared to Richard Petty and Richard Petty alone, you know that things are going okay. So it's been a great year, but it's also been just a little bit of a trying year in a sense that they don't let us around our pit crew guys, and you can't share those wins with the guys that are in there battling with you every week and trying to be a part of something that you can't be a part of because of the fact that we can't be near each other because of COVID. So it's been a strange year. It's been very successful. Obviously, that helps take a little bit of the awkwardness away from everything that COVID has brought. But in the end, we're able to do our job, and we can't celebrate together, but someday we'll look back on this and talk about everything that we were able to do in 2020 and the way that it changed NASCAR.
I heard that your son Keelan, right, is now had made a go-kart debut. Is that a true story? At age 7, recently?
Okay. So he did.
All right.
Yeah, so he. So COVID has not only changed the way that we race, but it's changed everything that we do in our personal life as well. At the beginning of the year, we were not doing anything like that, and he came to me one day and he said, "Dad, let's go race karts." And I'm like, "Okay, well, let's go race karts because we don't have anything else to do right now. So let's figure out how we can do that in our own little bubble and try to do that." So he has raced since the middle of April. We've raced at least 2 or 3 times a month, and that's kind of our family activity. And school is done in front of a computer.
Yeah.
In a room at home, and so it's changed everything. But I feel like we've adapted, well, and hopefully we can keep adapting, and this whole mess will go away soon.
Is it true that he refuses to race with $50 coins in his pocket, Kevin? Is it true?
He hasn't caught on to the whole superstition thing yet.
That's
so
good. Leave it.
Maybe we can steer clear of that, and we can not corrupt his mind.
We should leave it that way.
Right.
You sir are I think you are about to turn 45, or you are 45 years old. You're about to turn 45 in December, and Jimmy Johnson, as we know, is that age and is no longer planning to race. He's retiring. Well, he's going to race, but he's retiring. What about you? What about you with your career? How are you viewing it?
Yeah.
Long haul.
Yeah. So, look, here's the deal. So I don't have to throw a ball a long ways, and I don't have to run very fast. And I have to keep up with the things that, I do from a physical standpoint to stay in shape and do the things that I need to do and stay in the car. But they aren't to the magnitude of what you need to be a good NFL player or Major League Baseball player or anything like that. And so in our sport, experience, plays a huge factor in the things that we do on a week-to-week basis. So as we go through the seasons, and for me, I tell everybody I'm a late bloomer. I've been fortunate to find success with Stewart-Haas Racing over the last 7 years. And let's face it, winning's fun. I enjoy being competitive, and there's nothing that beats winning. And, I think as I look at that and I look at the group of guys that I get to go in there and try to accomplish that week in and week out. It's just fun. My family's supportive, and things are going well. And we're going to keep doing it as long as I'm having fun at it, and we can maintain a good personal life at home. So right now, we're signed up through the end of 2023, and we're going to keep racing hard and having a good time doing it.
And in the meantime, your son just keeps getting pole positions and on go-kart races. It's all good in the hood for the whole Harvick family.
That's
It's
right.
Great. That's amazing.
That's exactly right.
It's amazing. Thanks for the call, Kevin. Good luck this weekend on NBCSN, 6 p.m. Eastern Time on Sunday with the Cookout Southern 500 at Darlington, and good luck beyond that, too.
All right, Rich. Thanks for having me.
You got it. That's Kevin Harvick here on The Rich Eisen Show. That was a lot of fun. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.